What's up, everybody? Nick Roberts here, back to talk about another movie for this week, and we're going to discuss Shelby Oaks, um, writer and director and YouTube film critic Chris Stuckmann's debut film, and it is executive produced by Mike Flanagan. So I did not know anything about this movie going in. I just went in. I went to the theater. I saw like brief previews, but not enough to even have a vague idea of what this movie was about. I saw people on social media kind of talk or compare it to the Blair Witch Project, and that's all I needed. I like to go into my movies not knowing what's going to happen. I avoid trailers like the plague. So I go watch Shelby Oaks. And it starts off very much like the Blair Witch Project. It's a found footage, uh, eh, documentary style of people trying to figure out what happened to this group of paranormal researchers who hosted a show on YouTube, and they went missing in a town called Shelby Oaks. So that's basically the premise. Like, that's the backstory. Now, where the documentary picks up is one of the missing YouTubers' sister is the subject of the documentary, and her sister's been missing for years, and she seems to be the only one who cares and is still trying to find her. So the documentary is about her attempt to locate her sister and how it's sort of stalled and she's frustrated. So this is where it gets a bit confusing narratively. I mean, it flows well in the film, but talking about it gets a bit confusing. So after she gives her backstory to the documentary crew, and we're watching it as the audience like it's a documentary, then it cuts to a real movie. Like, now it's the movie about the documentary crew and this woman. We're now watching a real movie. So the documentary crew leaves, and we're watching the woman and her husband, and someone knocks on the door. She goes to answer the door, and I'm not going to spoil it, even though the spoiler is in the red band trailer for the movie. But the man does something at her front door and leaves her with a clue to find her daughter, or not, I'm sorry, her sister. So the rest of the film is this sister trying to research Shelby Oaks, research the legends, the lore of the town, and eventually to go there herself and track down her sister with this new information that she has. So you can tell that the whole movie was just pieced together, but that's okay. Um, it worked for me. I know a lot of people have criticized it and said that it felt like they just kind of fit things all together, and like it was kind of piecemeal together. I I saw that, but it didn't bother me. Okay, I was invested in the story. I liked the scares. I liked jumping from documentary to found footage to traditionally filmed. It just, I thought it was unique. And people who criticize that may not realize that one of the most praised films of all time, Mulholland Drive by David Lynch, Oscar nominated film, was made like this, in the same style. Like, it was originally supposed to be a TV series. That's why some of the scenes in there just don't make sense. But he recut it to be a movie. and with Lynch's dream logic, it became a masterpiece, but it was never meant to be that. So don't hate on Shelby Oaks because it was pieced together um, with extra funding and stuff like that as they went. Anyway, so I quite enjoyed this movie. I thought it was at times it was super creepy. Um, the performances were good, especially on a lower budget. It was very reminiscent of Blair Witch Project. Um, kind of reminds me of the Poughkeepsie tapes a little bit. That's a dark film if you haven't seen that one. And you feel Mike Flanagan's presence with, especially in his earlier work like Oculus. There's a lot of that kind of eerie, glowing eyes, like demonic stuff in the background, like that kind of thing that really kind of gets under my skin. I like those kind of scares. Um, so yes, Shelby Oaks, I definitely recommend. It's not going to be for everyone. Some people are going to say that I'm crazy for liking it, but I will say this: this film is not afraid to go where it goes. Um, the final scene, the final shot, like I sat there in the theater with other people in stunned silence. Um, yeah, so I'm excited to see what this filmmaker does and continues to do in the future, because if this is his debut, and this shows promise of a great horror director, especially the ending. It's brutal. So, yeah, highly recommend it. Go watch Shelby Oaks. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't let that prevent you from that. Just experience movies. Have a good time. Don't be so critical. And you'll be in for a pleasant surprise. Stick with it till the end, and let me know what you think in the comments. You may completely disagree with me, and that's okay. So until next time, remember, it's not what you're watching, it's what's watching you.